Evening, boys and girls, welcome to today. And you joined me part way through my day again. Didn't really have time in the yard to set things up, so I thought I'd get to my first destination, get on dock, and then whilst I'm waiting for them, I can set stuff up. Doesn't affect my day. But yes, I'm at the farm in the middle of nowhere. The roads, god damn, I don't know what the hell's gone wrong. But let's see if I can figure this out for you. Right, I don't know what's gone on. Well, it's not as bad now. But the M25, A12, everything was absolutely mullered. There's just remnants of it left now. I'll show you. There you go, now you can see it. But it was just absolutely all the way back, all the way around from the M11, all the way down across Dartford, all the way past Dartford, past the 20 towards the 26. Just absolutely mullered. It's still partly mullered now, but it's kind of clearing. And I wasn't supposed to be doing this run. I was supposed to be doing a shorter run, but because of how knackered the traffic are, he's like, well, you go do the longer run, that way at least it gets done, and then a returning driver can pick up what I was supposed to pick up. So, okay, cool, no worries. So I got out of it. But yes, anyway, I don't know where the hell they are. I should be loading me by now, as you can hear the fridge is going. So I think I'm going to go and double check to see whether they know that I'm here. They should do, because I waved at two of them as I came in. But they don't usually take this long to start loading. And of course I've been on dock long enough to set up all my cameras and everything like that, so yes, I'm going to go and find out, figure out what's going on. to my next destination. Yes. As always, sponsored by Coca-Cola. Yeah. Now, as you know, I am big fat useless tosspot. So, how do big fat useless tosspots eat healthily on the road? Egg salad. Oh, I got myself an egg salad, and I think I'm going to eat it because they're going to be a few minutes loading me. I don't think it's completely ready yet. Don't worry, I won't make you listen to me munching. I'm just going to sort everything out. But yes, it's a nice day. I've managed to attract another troll. Yay! I've really upset him. Oh yeah, properly. Because I reversed on a dock and I went, look, no hands. The thing is, just so as you guys are aware, I only do that, not because I'm showing off or anything like that, but simply because I want to show you, especially the new guys, reversing a trailer is not, it's in your mind, okay? It's, when you start reversing a trailer for the first time, you're always overthinking it. You're thinking, oh Christ, I've got to reverse a trailer, or I've got to remember how to do this, or I've got to do this, I've got to do that, I've got to turn, or I've got to turn the other way, right, I've got to do it. It's going through. So if I'm reversing onto a dock and I'm a couple of feet away from the dock style thing, there's no one around, I'll be like, look, no hands. I've actually, in previous uploads before, when I was a wholesaler, I think it was, I was doing a reverse. Literally, I was reversing into a space, and I went, look, no hands, and I carried on. It's to show you guys how easy it is. But oh no, I've avoided it because it's unprofessional. Yeah. I am wetting myself. It's so I've got right under his skin. It's like I'm supposed to give a crap. But I just find it hysterical. I'm sorry, I just do. I do. But no, it's as I've said before, and like I said, I'll cover it again and again and again and again and again, over and over and over and over. I'll end up teaching certain of you lot to suck eggs. But as I've said many times before, it's reversing a trailer is actually very simple, because you've got to allow your trailer to show you where it's going. And once you've got that, you're not going to get it right every single time. Hell, I don't. I've done 20 shots before now and got out effing and blinded and slamming the door and blaming the unit, blaming the lack of clutch, blaming the gearbox, blaming the trailer, blaming everything. I've done it. We all do it. Every one of us does it. But when you're new, it's a real oh my god kind of situation. But it's very simple, very easy. The only thing is, like everything in life, you've got to keep doing it. Yeah. When you ride a bike, you know, when you're learning, you've got stabilisers on. Your mum or your dad takes the stabilisers off. You're wobbling, you fall over, and you get back up. You're wobbling, you fall over, and you get back up, and you're wobbling, you fall over. Eventually, you get further before you fall over, and then further before you fall over, and then you're not really falling over unless you're being silly. It's the same with everything. I mean, playing a guitar, you've got to pick up a guitar and start, you know, with an A note, and then find a B, and then the C, and then the D, and so on. And you got to start holding a D chord or a G chord or whatever. But you've got to do it over and over and over and over and over again. And it's reversing a trailer is exactly the same. You know, you all have your own ways of doing it. I've actually seen people, chuck that down there because if I forgot that, that'd go and I'd not be very happy. I've actually seen people where they're reversing a trailer and they're reversing a trailer like that. And I look at them, I'm like, you don't need to do that. But it's their way of doing it. It's how they do it. They're literally standing on the first step and they're opening and they're doing that. Fair enough, to each their own. It's whatever works for you. As long as you get that trailer on the dock, you don't take an inordinate amount of time to do it. I burped halfway through that word then, did you hear it? Did you hear it, children? As long as you don't take too long to do it. And you don't cause damage. It really doesn't matter. Use your mirrors, don't use your mirrors. Lean out the window, don't lean out the window. Open the door and step out and do it. Whatever. personally wouldn't, because you need to get to the brake pedal. and if you're curious, okay, most of you drive, I would imagine that you mostly drive manual, not necessarily trucks. I just mean in day-to-day life. If you're curious as to why I say you shouldn't really kind of step out to do the reverse because you've got to get to the brake pedal, drive along, get up to speed, make sure there's no one around, obviously, and then put the brake on with your left foot. Muscle memory is going to teach you something. But yeah, it's just, I try and make this whole thing fun, if you're curious, you know, because there's enough truck drivers out there who are F this, F that, bugger this, bugger that, this industry's crap, and so on and so forth. And it's whatever you make it. Look, there's no one else here. I'm on my own. Woo! You know, no one else here. Yeah? So it's whatever I make it. There is no one on that dock, that dock, that dock, or that dock. There's no one. So driving a truck is however difficult you make it. So I try and add a little bit of kind of thing to it. I don't. It's just the way I do things. Most of you like it. Some of you try and be clever, and you end up just looking like a moron. and it makes me laugh. Oh, it does enough make me laugh. And my general kind of response in my head, I'm going to start saying it now, is, so you sit here, because I do like 30-minute uploads, don't I, or longer. So you sit there and you watch this upload, something that you don't like. You know, you've watched a few of them. Who's the idiot in this equation? It's like when you're watching TV, a program comes on you don't like, whatever it is. You change over, don't you? But social media and YouTube and all this kind of stuff, it's taken that away. People don't change over anymore. 400 hours, what is it, 400 hours of footage get uploaded to YouTube. It's every minute, isn't it? So if you find something on YouTube you don't like, go to something else. You used to do it with the TV. Oh, I don't like that program. Click. I don't like that program. Click. I don't like that program. Click. Why the hell am I paying a TV license? Click. But it's true though. But unfortunately, you know, modern society is, oh well, you know, I don't like this, so my opinion's really important. Oh, it's not. But anyway, I'm going to eat my egg salad, yes. You know, I've lost nearly a stone in weight. I'm, what am I, 0.2 of a stone away from having lost a stone in weight in 3 weeks. And if you're curious, because look, I'm drinking cola. If you're curious, that is not adding exercise. That is literally changing my diet. See, you have to, when you do it, what I've found, what I've discovered and what I've researched is, you change your diet, so okay, you're eating your salads and stuff like that, you drop, and then all of a sudden you stop dropping, and you stop dropping. So then, eat something like a Chinese takeaway. Pasta thing, just something different, completely different to what's on your diet or whatever you're following, whatever regime you want to stick to, and then all of a sudden you drop again. So always change it up. But anyway, like I said, I'm going to eat this because they still haven't loaded me. I think they're still packing, so I'm going to take the time. I'm going to take advantage. And then off to my next place, and I love this one because I get to go down the A28 all the way into Ashford from where I am at the moment. So it's like, yes, I like that road. But it's different from going down motorways all the time. But anyway, shut up and eat your food. See you in a bit. Well, anyway, that's unusual. I'm going to be finished on under 11 hours. Not complaining, not complaining. He's got a few spares. Well, he's got enough drivers to cover what he needs, he believes. I did double check. I made absolutely certain. Oh, where else did I go? I've got to remember where I went now because I'm filling in my little blue book. There. Just for my records, in case anyone says, well, hold on a minute, you were supposed to have been... Well, no. This is where I went. So if I finish 45, excellent. So I can download all of this, might be able to do an edit. God knows what's happened with the camera. I meant to say this at the start of the day. I'm leaving it to the very end. Oh, bleeding hell. Hell's bells, my little blue book's gone funky. Oh, I've got spares, so when I get home I'm just going to change it because I'm literally on the last 3 pages. So, I've got a couple of other than 3, but they've got stuff written on them. Can't use them. Sorry, that'll do. That'll do. It's the end of because my weeks run Sunday to Saturday, so it's the end of my week. So next week is a new week, so I'll start a new book. Must remember to do that. Don't let me forget. But yeah, I meant to do this at the start of my shift. But yesterday's one, everything I did for the intro, that thing didn't record. Obviously you know this by now, but I don't have a clue why. It was just so irritating. Because I got back and I thought I did a nice little intro, it was all lovely jubbly. I had a bit of a discussion about something that had gone on the day before and the reason I hadn't recorded anything the day before. And none of it. Nothing. Zip, zero, sod all. It hadn't done a damn thing. And people look at me and this is the problem with technology. You know, this is a camera. Okay? The thing is a camera. Its only job in life is to record. And it still screws that up. Why don't you trust technology to be autonomous, Bill? Why don't you trust that? You know, the things that you trust to do things. Your phone, for example. This bleeding thing, I hate Samsung. It's half the time, it's like, okay, you got a fingerprint identification, okay? I know my finger. This is my finger. Half the time, it doesn't work. It did then. Half the time, I'll be using it, and I go, right, come on, undo. And unless I kind of lay it so as it's kind of that part of my finger, which makes no sense, but it's recorded kind of that part there. Right? Not that part. No. That wasn't enough. No. The actual goddamn fingerprint for the fingerprint scanny thing there wasn't enough when I was recording it. I had to lay my finger across it. So it recorded that bit. So I have to kind of do that when I want... It's just technology just screws up left, right and bleeding centre. Then it logs you out of things without wanting you to log out of it. Then it updates and nothing's in the same place. 3 of my apps in the last update vanished. Upped and vanished like a fart in the bleeding wind. I don't know where the hell they've gone. I've gone through my apps, I've gone through the pages on my apps. They're not there. They're not actually on the screen, they're not on the second screen, they're not on the third screen. They've just upped and vanished like a fart in the wind. Why don't you like technology? I don't know, because it never bloody works. You know, it's like, oh, well, you know, all these autonomous cars, they're going to be brilliant, Bill. They're going to be brilliant. Autonomous cars take away human error. So please explain to me why on God's green earth, every time an autonomous car crashes on autopilot, it's human freaking error. Oh, but they're supposed to pay attention, so what's the fucking point? Spitting then, sorry. What's the point? Well, you know, it's going to take away human error. Well, every accident it's had so far has been human error. Bus straight up the rear end of the reversing semi is the one I've referenced before. That was funny as hell. The autonomous bus just crept right up this reversing semi's arse. It was going too slow. So the human doing the right thing, with pedestrians everywhere in Las Vegas, let's be fair, doing the right thing is to blame because he was going too slow. The reversing lights, reversing beepers, probably the hazard lights, didn't do a damn thing to that autonomous bus. Not a bloody thing. A human would have gone, I think he's reversing. I'll just stop. He was going too slow, Mill. You're dragging the barrel now, aren't you? And yes, I know, that is out of date. That's an old reference. There's been others. It's like when the Uber car squashed someone, killed someone. One of the first stories I read about that after seeing the initial headline was that the driver of the Uber was an ex-convict or something, or an ex-drug addict or whatever. Like, that's an issue. Well, you know, they should have been paying more attention, but they're an ex-con, you know, can't blame a car for it. But it was on autopilot. It was quite literally the car's fault. Literally. You know, I've always been curious. You know all these sensors. I mean, you've got adaptive cruise control. Now, from what I've been told from various people who've actually got it in their cars because they're too thick to work out how a brake pedal works and judge distance at the same time, it's supposed to be really good. Okay, fair enough. It's adapting, it's sending all this kind of stuff. What happens when that sensor fails and nothing comes up on the dashboard and you're trundling along and you go right up the back of the bus because you're expecting it to slow down? You know, that's the problem. You rely on technology. Look at what happened when sat-navs came in. The Prat-nav. Huh? Well, it told me to turn left. But it's a hedgerow. But he said turn left. You rely on it. I have it with new drivers all the time. Oh, well, I've got to use my sat-nav. I've got to get used to doing this. That's fine. That's how you're going to find somewhere brilliant. You do it, I'll let you do it. And they do. And you're trundling along, and because the sat-nav hasn't said to change lanes, because either it's out of date or it's one of those, you know, where the motorway for 4 lanes into 3 lanes, but the sat-nav don't know. You trundle off down the slip road. But we're not going there. We're following the motorway. Yeah, but he didn't say anything. The sign! You know, but you're going, and you went, because that little box on the screen didn't, and you wonder what my problem with technology is. You become reliant on it, you become obsessed by it, you become, oh, this does everything, it's absolutely bloody everything, and then when it goes wrong because you're not expecting it to go wrong, your world falls apart. And if you're travelling at 80 miles an hour at that point in time with your kids and your pregnant wife in the car, that's a bad time for it to fall apart. But anyway, that's another little rant at the end of the day. I know you guys like the old rant here and there, and I can expand on this for days. So I will shut up now because I do want to go home, download all this crap, do a bit of editing. I've got something I can edit. Shut up. I've got something I can edit, I suppose. And then actually watch some TV. I get some time at home. Last 2 days I've been at home, downloaded this. Well, actually that was yesterday because I didn't record anything the day before. Downloaded this straight to bed. And the day before I got home and it was just put on an upload and went straight to bed. But, anyway, I think that's enough. So, thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, share about, do whatever it is you usually do. And I'm going to put in a little footnote now because I know that there are some people who watch me whose IQs are the square root of sod all. That's 0. If for whatever reason you don't like me, you don't like this channel, you don't like what I do, that's absolutely fine. It is perfectly fine. That's your personal taste. That's fine. But I'm just going to ask something at the end of this, however long the upload is. If you don't like me, why are you watching me? This is time you are never going to get back. Think about that. Who's the idiot in this equation? I'm doing you a favour. Go live your life. Go watch something that you like, that you enjoy.